I had this urge to just put on a gospel music. I just heard a voice that said, why not move to the other side of the road? As I was crossing, a car just came from nowhere. But the guy behind me that was not even how many centimeters away just picked him and he just went up so high, fell on the ground. So you know the shock, he tried to stand up again, he just collapsed and was bleeding, unconscious. Nothing made sense at that moment. It was all confusing, putting the bits and the pieces in my head. Okay, I didn't understand the feeling I had, but I knew I was overwhelmed, and I'm like,
and truly since that day till today, I've not experienced no symptom. I'm free.
Like a dream of the night, that day we're discharged.
My name is Ajebugwe Ufoma. I'm a marketer and a content creator. Basically, it was 2021 and I won't say I had the best standing with God, but my dad used to always tell us about how while he was in university, he used to hear an audible voice tell him, read this part, don't read that part. And he would say that we have that voice too. But personally, I didn't believe in that voice or the audibility. You know, going forward some months later, I went to play basketball on this day and I was walking back home. My earphones plugged in and I just heard, stop, look down. And I was like, ah. I stopped, I looked down and I saw a snake just pass my front and I was like, ah, what's this? Okay, I was stunned. I froze for a couple of seconds. And I rushed back home and I went to tell my dad, Dad, see what happened today. I think God saved me. I think I heard that voice you're talking about. My dad was like, which voice? I told you to stop putting anything in your ear. Why are you talking about voice? And I was like, yeah, personally, I believe it was not the voice. I was just in my head. And a couple of months later, I went to school and I was just living my normal student life, nothing too serious. And as a music enthusiast, I used to listen to different kinds of music at the time. And that particular day, I just said, okay, why not listen to a Christian song today? Because I believe personally that music commands atmospheres. So I was listening to this song. I can't really remember the song anymore, but walking down, I heard a voice that said, move to this other side of the road. And my earphones plugged in, so I just felt maybe I'm just thinking but I was like, what's the car looking for at this side of the road? And I was walking at the opposite side, so I could see any car coming towards me. So I ignored and kept on walking. And a few seconds more, I heard this same voice with more urgent and more, shaking voice. I was like, cross. And as I was crossing to the other side of the road, a car, I think it was a Highlander, just came. The side mirror actually brushed my leg, and the guy behind me that was not even how many centimeters away from me just picked him and fell on the ground. He was bleeding and was unconscious, and I was like, I was shocked. I didn't understand what was happening at the point. I was not myself anymore for a few seconds. And I just stood by the road, surprised, because I don't know how, I felt like I was too close to the guy for it to have skipped me that fast. And at this time, I was sure it was not me thinking. I was sure I heard something tell me to move, and my earphones were plugged in. It's not possible I heard someone else say that thing. And it was very surprising to me. Making the move it didn't affect anything at the point. I was like, just move to the other side of the road. And I moved. I won't lie, it was overwhelming. I believe the first word that came out of my mouth was Omo. And first off, as I said, I wasn't at the right stand with God. So I was trying to put one and two. Why me? Like, why not me? Like, what happened? Why did you take this guy? Like, me, what happened to me? Why was I the one who spoke? Why didn't you tell the guy to move to the other side? So it was the exemption was what I didn't understand at the time, because I was like, I'm just trying to go to rehearsal after how many months of resuming school. So not like I was at the perfect place, I guess. So I was just perplexed for the rest of the day. But I feel from the next day, the whole thing took me back to the first incident I had a couple of months back, and I started putting one and two together. And I had to understand that even the first time, it was in my head. I couldn't have just thought out of the blue, stop, look down. And neither would I have thought cross to the other side of the road when I could clearly see that the road was free at the time. Moving on, it gave me this sense of security that I could ask for help and legit hear what I was to do. And as I said earlier, I'm a content creator. I've actually post a video that I didn't even believe would do well, and I think I even went viral from posting that video, hearing that same voice. I would say, first of all, the thoughts of God towards us are of good and not of evil, to give us an expected end. So what I would say to anybody who has been ignoring the voice of God is, as the Bible says, his thoughts are of good and not of evil, to give us an expected end. In some other versions, it says a future and a hope. So the voice of God, I believe, comes with peace. Personally, when I hear God speak or tell me to do things, no matter how controversial they are, I feel that peace going forward. Some people, it does not give a random thought. It does not give controversial or anything. It's just straight to the point. And the voice will help you to be more precise with your steps and whatever you choose to do. Because in life, many people like, do this, do that, do that. But when the voice says, do this, when you do that, even if it does not bring out the outcome you wanted, or it brings out the outcome God wanted,